Yes, yes, yes. The market is going to crash, guys, without a benefit of the doubt. The question is when. So I'm estimating, guys, probably about 2020, 2023. By the way, I'm Mr. Transaction Engineer, guys. I've been buying and selling real estate for the past 16 years. So I experienced the housing crash of 2007, 8, 9, 10, and then went back on up to climb, back up. And guys, it always happened. People always, they never, when it's about to crash, guess what? Majority of the people, investors, oh no, it's not going to crash, guys. No, the market is never going to crash. Guys, the market crashed four times that I know of, and I'm going to give you the years. Um, Hold on, I got my notes now. Guys, the market crashed 1974, 1990, 2008. And and between those guys, those about 16 to 18 years apart. So I give this one probably 22 or 23. Now, thank God it's not like, stock market, it crashed, everything's good now, and then it crashed overnight. You could be a millionaire today and be poor tomorrow, in some certain investments with the stock market. So thank God it doesn't move like that. It declines in cycles, just how it went up, it take years to go down. So you want to be on the lowest peak when you go to buying like crazy. And guys, I'm going to show you in this video. I didn't know what I know now, guys. Oh my God. So I'm gonna show you in this video how I sold a property. I bought a property for 5 grand in 2009, guys. 5 grand. 5 grand. I bought several at that time. But then I had to sell it. I went through a crazy divorce. I had to sell some assets, man. Guys, oh my God. This house right now is worth, I think they just sold it a couple years ago for 170. I was getting $800 a month cash flow. 800. Now, thank God I did have to sell off all of them, but I had to sell out quite a bit. So learn from my mistakes, man. Hey, and all I can say is keep growing and going. Don't let nothing stop you, even crazy mistakes like that. But on this video, guys, I'm going to go over the market, unemployment rate, and I'm going to actually show you this stuff. Unemployment rate, delinquents, how many people that's delinquent behind on their mortgage, the forbearance, and what I would have done, you know, last time to really set myself up for success. I did a pretty good job. I still maneuver the storms and change and learn different real estate strategies, guys. As part of being a real estate transaction engineer, you want to definitely know what's going on in the business. You want to definitely know how to change with the market. You got to be able to know how to bob and weave, baby, like you're boxing. Hey, you gotta learn more than one strategy. If you only know one strategy, it's over with for you. It's over with. So, guys, we're gonna get into put on my blue screen glasses, guys. We're gonna get into some camera, guys. We're gonna get into. I'm sorry for the delay. We're gonna get into. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna actually share my screen with you, right? Boom. So what do we have here, Mr. Transaction Engineer? Guys, we're on housingwire.com, so you can go verify this stuff and look it up. Mortgage loans, share of mortgage loans and forbearance ticks up for second week, guys. Now, keep in mind, this stuff been going on for a while. So now you got people, they feel comfortable not making any payments. They're like, hey, man, let's keep riding. So, but keep in mind, versus last time, people do have a little equity. So they can play with it, but think about this. If it keep going on and on, it's gonna be too many payments behind, to do a forbearance or a loan mod. Now they may try to reverse it and say, hey, we're gonna give everybody a loan modification, because banks really don't want the houses back, guys. They want payments. They want their residual income. They want their stuff to not tax at a real high percentage. Want that cash flow, baby, and cash flow is king. So, guys, it's just saying how the numbers are increasing. These numbers are going up. They're going up, guys. They're going up. And keep in mind, the people who get forbearance, guys, you got to have a job or some kind of proof of income to be able to afford this house. So keep that in mind. If they do a forbearance with a homeowner, guys, you got to have a job. They're not going to do a forbearance if you don't have any kind of income coming in when it's time, when the forbearance is up. And think about the landlords out there. How many landlords are, sweating bullets right now? Now, keep this in mind also. Excuse me. Keep this in mind, guys. The areas I believe going to be hit the worst are the areas where the unemployment rate is through the roof. So you want to do your research and find out what areas, what states where the unemployment is just crazy. Guys, those are the houses you want. Those are the areas you want to be looking in. And I got a system that I use that I'm going to show you guys that I love using called PropStream. We've been using these guys for a long time. We got the link in the bottom. You click on that link and try it out for 7 days. You can't download any files, I don't think, but you can play with it and get to learn the system. It's worth it, guys. It's only $100 a month. $100 a month. I'm quite sure you're blowing $100 a month somewhere else. So if you're gonna use it, it's worth it. You're just gonna, procrastinate. Don't waste your time, baby. All right, back to the money. So 10 million Americans are unemployed, guys. 10. You got foreclosures and evictions that are on hold right now. Now they estimate 10 million, but when you go down here in this article, and this article was done February 19, 2021. Just go ahead and read it, guys. They say they really don't know. It's between 10 and 20 million people they think that are behind on payments. So, guys, it's only a matter of time, guys, before this bubble busts. Check this out. There's a big gap between 10 million and nearly 20 million unemployed. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Your boy giving you some game now. Giving you some game. Now, quick thing, guys. I'm going to show you. Let me. I need to look you in the eyes. Let me stop that video. Yeah. Guys, I'm going to show you. Man, I made a major boo-boo. A property. Well, I can't say I made a major boo-boo. Like I said, I went through some things. Hey, life happens to everybody, man. All of us. Would I've done things a little differently? Yes. When the market does tank, guys, properties are on an all-time low. That means you need to be liquid or have some private investors or private money available so you can buy these houses up. Because if not, the hedge fund companies, they're going to come through and buy it up because that's who we were selling a lot of these properties to. We done, when the pandemic hit, guys, we done about 300 short sales, guys. We were short selling these properties like crazy. At the time, I didn't have a mentor. I didn't have nobody say, Eddie, hold these properties. Hold these properties and cash flow until the market comes back up and sell them off at the height. Nobody, told me that. And I didn't seek, and I can't blame it on nobody. I didn't seek the information to see what to do during a market crash. I don't even know. Yeah, they had YouTube University back then. Yeah, 2008. Whoa, that seemed like a long time. But I didn't check. I didn't know to check. It happens. I was in the game like 2 years. Boom. And hey, like they say, the shit hit the fan. I was like, whoa. Guys, when nobody wholesaling for at least it seemed like 6 months to a year, man, like everybody start buying the media. They so good with fear, man. They start pumping that fear out. The housing market is bad. It's a bad time to buy a house. Please don't excuse me. Dang. It's a bad time to buy a house. Guys, you gotta be careful of that news, what you're looking at. You gotta be careful. That news will have you crazy if you let it. I haven't watched the news in probably about 6 years or so. Like one of my mentors said, if it's important, Eddie, you'll hear about it. And that is very relevant. So, guys, try to get away from that fear-based stuff because it's putting fear into you, and you're gonna be less productive because you're scared of everything, scared of your shadow. Whoa, you know what I'm saying? So, guys, hey, don't listen to that fear. So back to the money, guys. So we've got properties in Atlanta, guys, $5,000, $10,000 back in 2009 and 10, 15,000. And they only need probably like 15 or 20,000 in repairs, guys. I sold a house to a guy for 25,000. The guy sat on the house for like 5 or 6 years, didn't rent it out. I said, this guy crazy. Why he just sitting on his house? But he was a vet. He'd been in the game for like 20 years, so he experienced the market crash already. Guess what this guy did? Done. He renovated that property, probably put about 100 grand in it. Guess what he sold it for? About 200. No. About $320,000. $320,000. Now I would have rented the property out, then sold it at the height. I wouldn't have just left it vacant. But guys, 20, man. If you bought 10, just imagine if you bought 10 properties that way and sold them at the height of the market this year, last year, guys, you're a millionaire. You're a millionaire. We sold off the majority of our properties. We were short sell them and flip them. Short sell them, flip them. Catch some of them on a bulk REO, which means bank have packages of properties that you can get in on. If you buy a couple of them, get them at a cheaper price because they got foreclosures. Man, guys, and guess who was buying them? A lot of foreign investors and hedge fund, a lot of hedge fund companies. So, guys, they knew something that I didn't know. I was into, and when the market crashed, I only had 3 subject twos at the time. So I was totally like scratching my head. Thank God for those. Guys, it's gonna hit, it's only a matter of time. Now, some of these people are gonna get loan modifications. Don't think they're not. Some of them are gonna get loan modification, but some are not. And those are the ones we're looking for. In our subject 2 course and our subject 2 master class, you guys, hey, check out our master class we have where we get in the people who want to learn how to do subject 2s. We have a 5-week master class, an hour a week on a Zoom meeting, and we walk you through each process. We also market, show you how to market. We also call your leads live. Guys, that's our number 1 seller. I'm gonna give you guys a special price on that. It's originally $1,500 on my website, MrTransactionEngineer.com, but for a limited time only, probably for about 2. Let me see. Today is the 7th, 8th, 9th. I do 1 week. Friday next week, the coupon will not work. I'll give you a discount. If you purchase the course, look for the buying houses without going to the bank subject 2 course, and you're gonna enter the code March 1st, March 1. You can get it for $9.97. Well, the course is $9.97. So you purchase the course. Let me know you saw this video. You get in the next master class that will start in about 2 weeks. This master class, guys, the people who join this master class and take action, they get a house. They get a house. They at least get 1 property under contract. 1. So look at the video masterclass subject 2 masterclass videos I have already recorded on my channel. And just guys, if you really want a house, you really want to take action, then you got to do what you got to do. Nothing is going to change unless you change it. That's the bottom line. So, guys, let me show you one of the boo-boos I made when that market crashed. And right now, what you want to do too, guys, you want to be liquid because the property is going to be available. Not every area will be hit hard. Look for the areas where it's low employment. I mean, not low employment. I'm sorry, high unemployment. High unemployment areas, guys. And we're still getting deals now, guys. And we use PropStream to pull up our leads. So, guys, the deals are still out here, but you got to take action, guys. And if you're in a busy market, guys, go to an outskirt. You don't have to stay in the city. Go to another smaller city next to you or in the suburb, guys. The deals are everywhere. Don't everybody want to keep their house. Not everybody want to deal with these tenants. You got landlords, guys, that's ready to get rid of these problem tenants. So keep that in mind. Now let me share my screen with you guys. I'm gonna show you one property we bought, guys, for pennies on a dollar. Pennies on a dollar. We put about 15, 20 grand into it. And we was renting it out for a couple of years, guys. $800 a month. Cash flowing, no problem. Let me check it out. So we'll go to one of the systems we use, PropStream. Guys, this the house right here. 2093 Verbena Street, baby. So let's go on down, guys. Learn from my mistake, guys. If you got properties this cheap and you can rent them out where you at, where you located at, guys, get you some private money, get you some credit cards or something to buy these properties and rent them out. So check out this property. Look at this one, guys. This one on my bought, guys. Check this out. Back in 2009, paid cash for it. Bought it in my name, guys. Now I know better than to buy a property in my name, but I couldn't believe they said yes to my offer for $5,000, man. It blew my mind. But I ended up putting the house in the trust. So I ended up putting it in the trust a couple. Well, they took me a minute to put it in the trust. But I finally put the property in the trust, and then I went through a divorce, guys, and I had to sell it. So I sold it for 17 grand. Check this out. February 4th, 2020. Finance. Look what this property sold for. $172,000. $172,000, guys. So, like I said, the areas, once you start seeing a lot of foreclosure activities, because we still do short sales, guys, but right now the property's got to be in really bad shape to get a good deal. But man, oh my God, look at these numbers. 172. 5,000 to 172. And look when I bought it. 2009. Guys, leave a chat. I mean, leave a comment, guys. Did I mess up really bad? On plenty of them. I had to sell a couple of them, guys, during this divorce. Man, I wish we would have worked this out business wise. It says cheaper to keep them, but I don't even want to keep them. I wanted to keep these properties though. Oh my God, man. I'm just gonna show you one boo-boo on this video, guys. 10 years, just imagine 10 years you rented the property out for $800 a month. Let me look you guys in the face, man. Let me get my calculator. So just say I rented the property out for $8,000 a month. Let's just say cash flow after everything, taxes, insurance. Let's say 500. Walk away with 500 a month after everything. 5 times 12 is what? Get your calculator out, guys. Men lie, women lie, but them numbers, they don't lie. 500 time 12 months, $6,000 a year, right? Time 10 years. So I made $60,000, right? In 10 years off this one asset. That's why I love real estate, man. You got to buy in the right areas, though. But this area here was hood, guys. But Atlanta has changed so much in the last 10 years. It's crazy. So let's say 60,000, right? Now the house sold for 172. I paid 5,000 for it. We put about 20 into it. So add 20,000. We 25,000 in, right? 25,000 in. So let's say we sold it for the house sold for 172. Let me show you the power of real estate in 10 years. It sold for 172. So we're just gonna work with the numbers here. Take 172, subtract let's take 172 what it sold for, plus the 60,000 I would have made in 10 years off of it. 232. Now let's subtract the money I invested to it. Now you know I would have had some repairs because I was renting it out. It would have been a rental, so you'd have had some expenses with the repairs, but we're just gonna work with round numbers here. Now let's subtract 25,000 from this 232. $207,000, guys. $207,000 I would have made in 10 years off a $25,000 investment. That's a hell of a return. Hell of a return. That's a hey, that's a guys. And imagine you kept 10 you would about 10 properties like that when the market crashed. How you'd be sitting right now. So, like I said, I still got a couple of them that I got for cheap like that. But guys, oh my God, I wanted all of them. I should say, hey, let's work this out. Look, we're gonna keep these properties, keep cash flowing. You take this half, I take this half. But you know, guys, when other people get in your ear, man, and you're going through a divorce, you got assets involved, you got haters involved, telling her all in their ear, man. Vice versa, you know. Stuff crazy, but man, that was worth working it out business on a business standpoint because guys, that cash flow and that return, crazy. So you're gonna see some good deals out there like that in the areas with no jobs and the bank don't work out anything with these individuals. And when they lift their foreclosure ban, you know, stuff gonna hit. But like I said, it's gonna be a cycle. You're gonna have people filing bankruptcy. Look out, hey, bankruptcy, that's another good list, guys. Landlords, that's another good list. I just gave you a game now. If you want to find you some properties. So, guys, hey, that's all I want to share with you. You got any questions? Put them in the chat. I'll get back to you and we answer the questions. So put them in it. You got any comments? Just put it in the chat. Sign up for the Subject to Masterclass in 2 weeks. It starts in 2 weeks. Put in your code. Go to my website, Mr. Transaction Engineer, right now. You got to be an action taker. Mr. Transaction Engineer.com. Go to the buying houses without going to the bank. That's the Subject to courses for $9.97. And make that purchase, guys. Remember, the master class is originally $1,500, but if you buy the course, you get the master class for free. So I'm sorry, you don't even have to put in the code. You don't have to put in no code. Scratch that out. Buy the course is $9.97. And you have to this Friday. That's the deadline. Before we start our next class, you got to this Friday. And we're going to be, the next class will not be until, it's March, April, May. Sometime in May. So the next class will be in May. So if you miss out on this opportunity, hey, we'll have to holler at you in May. For all the action takers, let's get it, baby. Let's get it. Like I said, hey, real estate doesn't have to be your passion, but let it fund your passion. Because you make nice checks of this business. As you can see, you can make nice checks. And this is not a get rich quick scheme, guys. Overnight, boom. you're a millionaire. You see that 10-year process, 10-year cycle. If you would have bought a couple of them and played the long game. So, guys, but it will set you financially free. It will get you out that job. Like I say, we buy cash, we sell cash. We buy it on terms, we sell it on terms. That's why we don't lose, no matter what. And we teach you more than one way to do deals. You have options. You have owner finance. You have lease purchase. You have subject tools. You have wholesaling. You have wholesaling land. You have what else we have? Short sales. I mean, there's so many strategies, guys, out here. And your boy, I learned all of them throughout the 16 years. I've had many mentors. I learned all of them. I paid over 100 grand for my education. That's why I'm Mr. Transaction Engineer. I know how to conduct several transactions. Also, I'll show you guys how to double your cash flow on some of these properties with 2 mortgages. But that's another level stuff. We also offer coaching, guys. So you got any question, guys, email us at info@mrtransactionengineer.com. Go to our website, mrtransactionengineer.com. Get the buying houses without going to the bank course for $9.97. Let's get started. God bless you guys. Keep growing and going.